is 4 people going home or not?
Welcome to my channel. We're here. We break down reality TV shows with laughter and reenactments, all while giving it to you straight with no chaser. Because we don't just watch TV around here, we get into the things of the things. So sit back and relax. I hope you enjoy the video.
Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Ready to Love season 11 episode 1. We are back like we never left, baby, and we are in Detroit. I already did a live with their names, their ages, their occupations, and what they are looking for, okay? So I won't be as detailed with that information, okay? Also, I know I got a picture here. and I did not have time to put the names in because I still have to pack and get my nails done because I'm going home. I'm going to Jersey for the next couple of days and I won't be back till Wednesday. So I'm really trying to get these videos done for y'all, okay? So bear with me. I'll have it fixed by next episode. We definitely got some things to get into when it comes to this episode, but before we do, if this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video through, and if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Ready to Love family, I miss y'all. I know it's only been like a couple of weeks, but I still miss y'all, you know? Anyway, let's get into it. Dominique is the first person at the mixer. The mixer venue, nice. I'm so happy that they're not outside, sweating out their hair, sweating bullets, hot as hell, because you know Ready to Love is really good for that. Now, Bella walks in and he sees Dominique and he was like, nice to meet you. He said that she is definitely his type. He told her that she looks excellent. I said, that's a compliment for you. Because I ain't never had nobody tell me I look excellent. You know what? Going forward, that's the only way I want you to tell me I look excellent. So Emily comes in and she's talking to Bello, right? And she's telling him what she do for a living, work with the kids, seamstress for the Detroit Pistons, all that good stuff. In her confessional, she said that she needs someone who wants to have a good time. Someone who's not waiting around till they get old with ED looking for a hospice wife. You know what? I told y'all that Emily is a no-nonsense type of woman, and that statement proved everything that I needed to know. Because, yeah, I'm so sick of these men wait till they get super old. Now they want to settle down, find them a wife, and they're about to die and their penis don't work. Absolutely not. She don't play and I don't play either. Love that for her, okay? Now, Dominique, I love the boots. And apparently they match with Steven's glasses. Now, Steven said he beats by his own drum, and he definitely could be really random. I don't know what really random mean. Maybe he mean like spontaneous. Maybe that's what he meant, okay? Now, he told Dominique that he's a teacher, and she was like, oh, so you must be the cool teacher. You know what? Matter of fact, you must be the fine teacher. She said, you're fine as hell. I said, hold on now. Hold on, we just got here, Dominique, okay? So then we learned a little bit more about Steven because he has on this necklace, and Dominique like, what's that about? So apparently he lost his mom. He was really close to his parents. So he got her face engraved in a ring that he keeps on a chain. I thought that was really, really sweet. He also mentioned that because his relationship with his parents was so good that he's so excited about having kids and having that same type of relationship with them, just having fun, okay? These two are already like holding hands. He's grabbing her up. I'm like, so is Dominique and Steven going to be a thing? Because y'all know I'm a hopeless romantic. I love to put people together and make them my couples, okay? I ain't going to make nobody my couple just yet because I don't really know these people. But give me another episode. Y'all know I'll be here like I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for them. And then they always disappoint me at the end, right? Right, okay? So then we meet Christina. Now, Christina is a singer, a songwriter. She said that Detroit men are very territorial. She said they be like, this much right here. So she don't know if she need a man or a manager. Christina definitely got an ulterior motive. Now, I'm not saying, girl, don't come up here to get a little bit of shine, but it's very clear that she's coming up here to get a little bit of shine, okay? Now, I think for her, love is a plus. See, it's one thing to come for love and then, you know, get the exposure as a plus. I think she's coming for the exposure and then love is the plus. I'm just saying, that's how I feel so far, okay? But nonetheless, I like her voice. I don't know what it is about her voice. It scratches a part of my brain and I really enjoy it. So I know that she probably sings really, really good, okay? Now her and Devin seem to be hitting it off. He plays the piano and so does she. He said going into the mixer, he's feeling fly. But then again, he's always feeling fly. Okay, Devin. Okay. And the crazy thing is, nothing about Devin is fly. Nothing about Devin screams fly to me. But I'm going to let you have it, sir. I'm going to let you have it because I'm just not beating you or whatever, okay? So Lauren asked Darius how tall he is, and he said he's 6'2". Now, she's standing up a lot taller than him, so her heels must have been very, very high. So she asked him, how do you feel about, dating a woman who's a little bit taller than you? Now, he said that, you're beautiful. I said that didn't answer the question. The question is, how do you feel about a woman who's taller than you, Mr. King of Detroit? Now, Lauren said that she is 6 feet. She got 3 large kids and she needs to know what she's getting into. Because if it's not big enough, then what we gonna do? What we gonna do? She said she'd prefer an Escalade or a Toho, not a sedan. Clock it. Clock it. I'm not mad at it at all. And Lauren, let me tell you something about Lauren. She did not come to play. She told Darius to spin around. She got that grown, big, buff man spinning around. She said, very nice. I said, come on, pimp Lauren. That's what I'm about to start calling her. Because she was in there checking them men out, had them spinning around, checking them out, and all types of stuff. And I'm not going to hold you. I was really here for all the energy that she was giving, okay? Now, Ashley said that when she saw Darius, she said, oh, yeah, he got it all the way together, all the way together. And you know what? I wasn't mad at Darius at all, okay? I think he's a handsome looking dude. The blackout might be a little too strong. He won me over with the bow tie, but when he started talking, I was like, I don't know. He said that he could be a little flashy, okay? Because he's a fashion designer and whatnot. He said that he is officially known as the king, I guess, of exotic rental car businesses. And he gonna take his throne and he not changing that for nobody. See, it's one thing to be cocky, right? It's one thing to know you the ish. But when you know you the ish, you ain't gotta tell nobody you the ish. People will tell you that. The girls seem to already be liking him, drawn to him. But something about all that, yeah, I'm the king, everybody know me, I'm taking the throne. It's a little corny because you a grown ass man. 40 to be correct, right? Right. Nonetheless, Tommy is up in the building. Now, like I told y'all, the venue is nice. I love all the cars. And we find out that this mixer is all 20 singles. Thank God, because the mixers always throw me off because there be so many people in the mix and I just be so ready to get through meeting all these people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So Tommy tells them that some of them are going home early. So I was like, so how many is some of them? Because normally he'll say one man and one woman. But today he said some of y'all. I guess it's time to get the mix and mingling, right? Right. Now, Nicole and Edward already know each other. She said that she used to have the biggest crush on him, but she didn't think that she was his type. Now, I'm looking at her, and I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at her, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, girl, you didn't think that you was his type? Oh. If anything, I was thinking maybe you might be a little bit out of his league, but hey, it is what it is. But she did say that she's excited to see where this journey can go with him. So it feels like they already kind of got a history with each other and they might actually, explore that to see if it could be a thing. The simple fact that she already had a thing for him lets me know that this might actually end up being something a little bit more, okay? Now, Edward tells us about his upbringings and how he grew up poor, and through his mother and prayer, he was able to navigate that. So Vince and Lauren are talking, right? And he's like, yeah, she got a little chest showing. It's all working for him. So she tells him that she has 3 boys, and he started to make this face that said, I don't know. See, he's the one that jokes a lot, okay? He said that he likes to lead with lightheartedness and comedic relief and stuff like that. He's going to let you be yourself because he wants to be himself. But the thing about himself is that he comes off a little abrasive, and he thinks that is funny. And here's the thing. I feel like sometimes when people joke a lot, they're covering up their insecurities. So while he's talking to Lauren, they talking about how they go to the gym, and she was like, so you got abs? You got abs? He said, I got 4. I got 4. It's hard to get to the 6, but I got 4. Listen, give me 1. 1 for me, please, okay? But nonetheless, she said that he gives her crisp rock. He's funny. He's down to earth. A very familiar, cool vibe. I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, he might be going home early. But so far, it seems like every person that kind of have an interaction with Vince kind of likes him a little bit. And I'm just like, maybe I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So when Devin saw Ashley, he said that she looks warm and welcoming. So he had to go over there and talk to her, okay? They sit down, they start talking. He tells her that he wants kids. If he could, ideally, it would be two. And while he was saying all of that, Ashley was in her confessional like, let me tell you something. Any man that I date is going to have some money. I said point blank, period. I'm so glad that some of these women got some standards. I'm so glad that these women know exactly what they want, because last season, Tay really made me feel some type of way settling for that man who lived in the room having financial issues, okay? So I'm glad that she already know I'm not doing all of that. You gotta have your money correct. I feel like she watched last season and said, it won't be me, because girl, it shouldn't be you. But here's the thing. When Devin and Ashley was talking, she said that it was something about his mannerisms. Something about the mannerisms. She said that she liked her men a little bit more masculine. Now here I was thinking that she got turned off when he was talking about the dog and how he's allergic to the dog hair because she got a little dog, and the whole time it's the mannerisms for her. So I guess y'all that was in my live when we was going through all the cast members, y'all might have been on to something. Y'all must have saw the same thing that she saw. Now, Nicole said that her best first impression was Darius. And I kind of felt like Darius was going to be at the top of everybody's list. I kind of felt that. His energy gives that. And I feel like the girls are just drawn to him because of that. I mean, and he's not a bad looking dude. He's not. And they don't know that he referenced himself as the king taking his throne. Because I bet you if they did, they'd probably be like, kind of corny. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So Shannon and Darius are talking, and he tells her that he got 2 grown kids, okay? He is 40. She's like, no, you're not. You're not 40. I said, oh, Darius is getting his ego stroked today. He getting that ego stroke today, okay? She said, you don't look a day over 30. I'm like, y'all giving him too much. He definitely look a day over 30. Y'all giving him way too much. Do I sound like a hater? Because I'm not hating on Darius. I'm not, but like, y'all don't be groveling over that man like that. I don't like that, okay? But anyway, Darius is definitely working the whole entire room. He said when he saw Ashanti, her whole vibe just spoke beauty. And he had to go shoot his shot. So that's exactly what he did. Now, Ashanti said men are always like, you're so beautiful. You're so nurturing. You're so smart. There has to be a catch. She said she's sharp with the tongue. She's sharp with the tongue, okay? She said that she could be really nice to you. But if you make her mad or you hurt her feelings, she can be a jalapeno pepper. And that'll do it. And that would do it. The craziness always comes out at one point or another. She's going to be a firecracker. She is going to be a firecracker. Let them man play with her. I feel like she's going to be the one to call you out on your BS. And you know what? I'm going to be here to watch it, okay? So her and Darius definitely seem to be hitting it off well. They have a lot in common. She said that he left a good first impression. Yeah, I feel like Darius is going to be a problem. He's going to have a lot of women. He's going to be at the end with like 3 different women. We're going to be like, Darius, you got to pick. Darius, you got to pick, okay? Unless they deem him as a playboy, and then they're going to want to kick him out of there. Speaking of playboy, let's meet Richie. Now, Richie said that he's feeling confident, okay? He's not worried about these men in his room because he has never been in a room full of women where he has not attracted at least one of them, okay? Now, he's talking to Emily, and she pointed out the Playboy bunny tattoo. So she was like, oh, you got a Playboy bunny tattoo, huh? So are you a Playboy? He said probably once upon a time, right? And then Richie said, nah, but really the tat though, is for my brother. Because that's like his nickname, Playboy. Now, Richie, do we look like we was born yesterday? Because we was not born yesterday, Richie. So they continue talking. But what I will tell you is that Emily is not picking up anything that he is putting down, okay? He rides motorcycles. She's like, I don't ride no motorcycles. I'm not getting on no roller coasters. I don't like the adrenaline rush. I don't want to do none of that. And he's like, well, you know, you only get one life. You need to live it to the fullest. You need to live it to the fullest. And with that being said, I want to say RIP to Richie. Richie has actually passed away, and I'm assuming probably after filming because they said this spring or this summer. So RIP to Richie, okay? You definitely have to live your life to the fullest. I don't know what happened, but all I will say is I'm praying for his family. It was nice to meet you on the show. And I'm curious to see how long you stay around and what this journey looks like for you. But nonetheless, he was like, so what's your sign? She said, I'm a Sagittarius. And he said, yeah, I kind of felt that. Now, if you know any Sagittarius women, then you know them Sagittarius women don't play no games, okay? And I told y'all that Emily is a no-nonsense type of person. You can see it in her picture. So Vince said after seeing everyone, Donna caught his eye. He said, oh, you got some extreme eye contact. He said she's the first mathematician she ever met. I said, shoot, she the first mathematician I ever met too, okay? Now, Donna said data and statistics is how she sees the world, and that includes in romantic relationships, okay? She said she's organized and she's analytical, so she finds out everything. Everything. She said, I make the math, okay? 1 + 1 always equal 2 for me, okay? Now, watching her talk to Vince, I just felt like he was leaving early. Something about Vince, the way he was carrying himself, the way he was just talking to the people. I'm just sitting here like, y'all eating this up for real? Y'all eating this up for real? But then she said that she was really enjoying talking to him. And he's optimistic. And he was asking a lot of questions to get to know her. And she said the math is mathing. The math is mathing. And she should know because she's a mathematician. Now, y'all need to let me know if it was just me. Is it just me? Because every time I thought somebody wasn't feeling Vince, they turned around and was like, yeah, I was feeling him. Yeah. And I'm just saying here like, okay. And I'm just saying here like, okay, well, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you just got to be there. You know how sometimes you just got to be there? You probably just have to be there, okay? Now, Diamond said that she's excited to be in a room with Cardi. She saw Cardi and was like, yeah, I'm excited to be in a room with him. And I just want to let y'all know that I absolutely hate Cardi's hair. I absolutely hate it. Take them braids out. And if you're going to wear braids, take that color out. Do something. I absolutely do not like his hair, okay? And that hairstyle. Nothing against the hair, but that hairstyle is all the way no for me, okay? Nonetheless, he said that he offers a one-of-a-kind experience to the women that he dates, okay? Because he wants to bring out the best in that person. He said that it's called the Cardi experience, okay? So then we get to learn a little bit more about Diamond, right? And Diamond's a lawyer. She said that she has been put on a do not date list. And I said, girl, how you know you were on that list? She said apparently because she's a lawyer, the men feel like she'll take them to court and take all their money. Then she said because she got some money that the men feel like they gonna go 50-50 and she ain't having that. A woman about her business. Love that for you, okay? Because we don't want no insecure, intimidated men. So if the men that put you on that do not date list because of that, we didn't want them anyway. So we meet Shannon, right? And Shannon said that she's been single because she's been focusing on her career. And let me tell you something. Homegirl was wearing that yellow dress. She looked absolutely beautiful. The hair, everything top tier, okay? Now she said that she's done over 14 years of school for her 5 different degrees. And she feels like a lot of men don't like having a go-getter. And I'm glad that you didn't care what the men like. Because my homegirl is educated, smart, and beautiful. Come on, girl, give it to us. I love it, okay? Now, her and Devin seem to be vibing a little bit, okay? Now, he said that she's not afraid to embrace her quirkiness. And I said, neither are you, Devin. Neither are you, okay? So then we find out that Dominique is well known in Detroit for her fashion. Let Ashley tell it. And you know what? I'm not mad at the way Dominique was in there with that, what was it? Was it green or teal with the boots and all that? I was here for it. I definitely was here for it. So far, we do have some people who are familiar with other cast members, which will make this very much interesting. But when Vince was talking to Dominique, he peeped that she had a tattoo on her neck, okay? And he was like, what's that tattoo? What's that tattoo? And I'm like, damn, you looking hard as hell. You looking hard as hell. Now, she said that, you know, it's a cover-up. It's a cover-up because apparently she had her ex-boyfriend name tattooed on her. She had her ex-husband's name tattooed on her. And for Vince, he's just super intrigued by these tattoos for some reason, right? So she tells him that her ex-boyfriend was an NFL player, Antonio Gates. Her ex-husband was a basketball player, Vashawn Leonard, okay? And he's like, ooh, yeah, she's out of your league. Have you seen her? Have you seen her? She's been out of your league. So for you to be sitting there going on and on about some daggone tattoos is crazy, okay? Now, she said that she's been single for 18 months, and he was like, I'm just going to say that's kind of fresh. That's just kind of fresh. You didn't have a chance anyway, Vince. You didn't have a chance anyway, sir. I'm just gonna be honest with you, okay? Because she's sitting there like, I don't want to talk about them. I'm right here. I don't want to talk about my exes. Talk about me. Exactly. You more focused on the man she used to date when you got this beautiful woman standing in front of you with all this body, yada, yada, yada. Then he was like, I'm just curious. Where's your other tattoo? And she said, don't worry, you'll never see it. Exactly. Doing too much. So Christina and Steven are still hitting it off, right? Christina's talking about her music, her singing, all the things of the things. She's talking about her social life, how she likes to be outside. And he's like, yeah, he's kind of out of that place. He realized that she likes to be outside. She likes to be on the scene. And he's kind of at that point where he's ready to slow it down and settle down. So I guess that love story ended early, didn't it? Yeah, it did. So we meet Chris, who was talking to Emily, right? He told us that he worked so hard to become this successful chef. He has opened up multiple restaurants. So now he is able to focus on his dating life and building a family. He said that he's excited about this process because it won't be forced. It won't be forced, but they definitely will send your ass home. That's for sure. So then we meet Xavier, right? And Xavier said he is ready to love. He said he spent most of his time building and making sure everybody in his family was straight. And now it's his time. It's his time to take care of him, okay? He knows who he is and he is ready to be partnered with someone who knows who she is. Good for you, Xavier. Good for you. But here's the thing, right? So Lauren's talking to Xavier and she asked him to spin around. And he was like, nah, I don't want to. And for her, because he couldn't spin around, she didn't like that. She didn't like that at all. And I can see both sides because it's like, it's just a little spin. It's just a little spin. But if he had asked her to do that, she probably would have felt some type of way too. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So Cardi is talking to Shannon, right? And he is struggling, baby. He was struggling bad. He was definitely having a hard time holding a conversation. Now, he said he don't know if it's because his nerves or it's because he didn't want to go home. And I'm like, well, this ain't going to help your case at all, sir. You need to step it up. Now, Shannon said that talking to him was a little awkward. She felt like she was pulling teeth having a conversation with him. And she was trying to figure out why it was so awkward because she's like, do he not like me? Or is he just nervous? And I'm like, girl, it's definitely not because he don't like you. That man is nervous as hell. But if I'm going to be honest with you, Shannon, I mean, you wasn't giving him too much to work with. Because when he did ask you a question or two, you gave him a one-word answer. So, I mean, like, he was fighting for his life, but you definitely wasn't giving him no lifeline. So now Tommy comes back and Vince talks about something. I'm nervous. I think I could be going home. And I said, you know what? I think you could be going home too. But I was shocked as hell because the women were bringing him up in their best first impressions. I was like, okay, obviously you got to be there. You got to be there, okay? His name got brought up. Darius, Bello, Chris, Steven, Ed, all those names got brought up, right? And the men were saying Nicole, Shannon, Donna, of course Lauren, because Lauren made her way around that room. Christina, Ina. Why not even Tina? You want to be called Ina? You know what? Never mind. That was very strange behavior, okay? So the ladies was saying that Devin Gibbs a little girly. And one of the girls said it was the outfit for me because, like, where are you going? To Bible study? And I said, oh, my God. In my life, when we were going over Meet the Cast, somebody said that he looked like a preacher or a deacon. And I said, oh, you absolutely right. Because that's exactly what it was given. That's exactly what it was given, okay? So when they started talking about who didn't have the best impressions or whatever, Dominique's name came up, which I thought was interesting because I figured the men would have been all over her, but apparently not, okay? Diamond, Ashanti, Emily, those names kept popping up, okay? So now Tommy tells us that it's time to eliminate, and there are 4 people who didn't make a good impression. So I'm sitting here like, so are we eliminating 4 people? Is that what this means? So Tommy calls up Dominique, Emily, Richie, and Devon, right? And just like that, he was like, y'all going home. So I'm sitting here like, damn, I thought we was going to narrow it down to, like, 1 man, 1 woman. And then Tommy was like, oh, but no, your journey to find love isn't over just yet. Excuse me? You just told the people they was going home and then you turned around and said the journey to love is not over yet. Make up your mind. What is happening? What is happening? Tommy is back with his curveballs and I love it. I absolutely love it. They are listening to us when we said stop sending people home on the first night, on the first episode. So I am here for this little tweak that actually makes sense this time. Because they tried it last season with the, giving them a second chance just for them to be back at the bottom again, But anyway, y'all, that was Ready to Love. We are back. I hope you guys join me for this season, okay? Get in the comments. Tell me how you felt about everything that happened this episode. Let me know what you think about these singles, who you think might end up coupling up. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video up, and subscribe to the channel. And with all that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.